Hey guys, Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. We are working on Tina's mask makes. This is day 82. So we are, like I said at the end of the last video, we are under 20, guys. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be messing with envelopes again. We're going to be making this. So it's got a pocket here, and a pocket here. So that's what we're going to be making. And you can use, these are for, you want long envelopes for this. So we got all these long envelopes. For my money, okay, so this envelope that I used for this was one of those special stationery holiday envelopes. And it was a thicker envelope. But with all the folding and stuff that you're doing with it, and because you're covering it to reinforce it anyway, I don't necessarily know that you want a really, really heavy envelope. You might not want the cheapest envelope, like those ones they send you for free, but I'm not sure that you would want necessarily a heavy envelope. Sorry, I had some more sitting over there and I just noticed them, so we'll bring them over, and if we use them, we use them. I did get out some with windows. I have not tried doing this with windows, but because, like I said, we're covering the paper, I don't see why you can't use them. These are those envelopes that you get in your junk mail, you know, or with your bills or whatever, where you're supposed to pay your bill with the, and then here's just some regular old security mailers. These are a little thinner. These are a little thinner. And then this is thinner than these, but thicker than these. So we got kind of a medium weight envelope here. So basically all you're doing with this, first thing you're going to do is you're going to glue your envelope shut. I'm going to pull this out and we're going to glue a couple of these shut. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue a few shut for us to use. And then if we finish those, we'll pull out a few more and glue them shut as we go. All right. So I'm just going to go right along the edge of the flap and then right along the edge of the envelope. I do want the envelope to remain open, usable. Okay, so we'll do one of these. I'm just going to do one of each for now. You know me, guys. I'm always getting overly ambitious. So while, yes, I do have a ton of envelopes here, I'm not figuring I'm going to use them all. I tend to keep envelopes down so that I don't have to go digging for them, because through the course of doing this, Tina has had quite a few good ideas of things to do with envelopes. If I had done this series before I did that mask making series with envelopes that I did, making from my mess, yeah, that would have been a longer series, because I would have used a lot of these ideas. She's got some good ones. Which, of course, is why I had been wanting to do this series for so long. Because I have been wanting to do her mask making series for, well, how long have I been junk journaling? It's about how long I've wanted to do this. And after I'm done, I vowed I'm going to go back through and decide which ones I liked best and kind of note them and make sure that I have them set aside, so to speak. Okay. We're going to put that back on there. I'm not going to use this for big jobs. Okay, so the next step, I will say this. Okay, so this is supposed to go all the way to the bottom of your fold, but not necessarily all the way to the side. So one of the things I did when I did this was I took my corner and I folded it to where I wanted it. So I'm okay with this gap. Speaking of gaps, maybe we should keep this out, because envelopes are so well put together. This one's gapping on me, which might be a problem when I try and fold it now. Although I will say, this is our glitter glue and it tends to grab pretty quick. I suppose I could go the other direction. So I basically want to give this its fold first. Now, Tina didn't do this. You can do this however you want. I decided that this was a good way to do it because when I folded mine before, I folded the envelope part of it first. And when I did that, I am making a mess of this envelope. When I did that, this came up short of hitting the bottom of my piece. Okay, there we go. All right, and what I mean by that is now I fold this part up, and I want to fold it so that this is along the bottom of the pocket. Does that make sense now? Kind of, I hope. Okay. All right, and there's our the base of our pocket. All right. Let's do this one. I was going to fold this. Nope, we're going to fold it this way. So what I did was I folded this up to where I thought I could do it. And then I folded this down and it didn't work right. But we'll try it again. So what Tina did was she folded this first and then she folded this down. Let's see how mine goes all the way over. Now that might be okay with you. I kind of wanted a little bit of a space there. That's okay. I can't get this one to fold right there at that corner because of all the flap and everything. So, all right. I actually prefer. No, I was doing this because I want to cover the window. Okay, so we're going to do this one this way. I prefer to turn them this way and do them. So I fold this back and I put whatever gap I want there. And then I turn it over and I fold this up so that it goes along the bottom of my pocket. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? If you watch Tina do it, she does not do it in that same order, but this is the order that I found works for me. So I can fold one more. These are really easy to fold, which is nice. Probably because they're so thin. But again, I don't necessarily think that's going to be a problem because you're going to be doing a lot of paper reinforcing. So, okay, so the way I do this is I fold my triangle first. So I fold my triangle and I make it the distance from here that I want it. I want a little bit of a lip. I don't want that to come all the way to that edge. So I fold that like that, and then I fold this up. And I make it so that this edge sits right along the bottom. Now the height of your pocket can be adjusted. If you don't like this gap, if that's too much, you can cut that down because we're going to cut that down when we make these anyway. Okay, so I think that's probably enough. You guys kind of get the idea, right? All right, now we're going to cover our pockets. We'll start with this one because it's going to be the bulky one. I don't think this is going to work. Will it? Nope, it's not wide enough. Okay, I might be able to use that on a different one. I wanted to use those together. I think they go really good. This is a good thing to pull out scraps, though, and like try and use them up. If you've got scraps sitting around, like we have all these scraps sitting around. So, you know. I feel like this would be a good pocket. Down here. Now, what Tina did make the comment, she said, I usually take the piece that I use for down here, she takes it and she uses it, she folds it over. So it folds over it folds around. So normally what I do is I take this and I open it up. I know, it's so flat. And I glue whatever piece of paper I'm going to use on here like this. Okay, it doesn't have to go all the way to that end, but it needs to cover your triangle and everything. And I think we'll go ahead and use this lace, and then I'll figure out what to use in the background. Now, of course, you don't have to cover this whole thing. You can just put a little bit. But, I mean, I've got the scrap. And if you're using a really thin envelope, this part of your pocket back here will get no other reinforcement. You know what I mean? So we're just going to put this down on here. All right. Okay. And then we'll cut it off. Oops. Cut it off here. Okay, and then this is going to make my pocket. Okay. Not going to mess with it anymore. So then we have that. Now, this gets glued down at the bottom down here so that it makes a little triangular shaped pocket in the side of in the front of your envelope. This is a little triangular shaped pocket. For my money, not a big fan. I think they're hard to stick stuff into. But, having said that, I had a thought. And after we get this pocket done, I'm going to show you now when I make these triangular pockets, what I will be doing to utilize them. So let me get, what else do we have in here? Should we do the blue? That's pretty. Or should we use the green? That is also pretty. I think we will use the blue. Yes? No, wait. I just realized this also has, I like the dirt. I know that sounds so weird. Okay, so I'm going to put this, I think I'm going to stick with the green. We're going to do the green. Okay, we'll use the blue for another one. I'm sure I'll have a chance to use the blue. And if I don't, I'll use it for something else. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, we're going to cover this. As you can see, this is why I said I can't get too overly ambitious with these. There's a lot of surface covering. And whenever you have a lot of surface covering, it tends to be time consuming. Okay, I might have to go upstairs. My dog is up there barking. They're riling her up, and I'm pretty sure it's my older daughter. So, give me just a second. Alright, I'm back, guys. You know what the funny thing about it is? I didn't stop the recording to go upstairs, so I was just upstairs for I don't know how long, and my video was just recording away. Alright, so we've glued this down. We're going to cut this off. Needless to say, that's going to make it so that I have absolutely no idea how long I've been recording, because I have no idea how long I was upstairs. I thought I paused it. Apparently I did not. That's hysterical. Okay. We're going to cut away all of the excess. That. All right. Set that over there to be used at a later date. And here you're just going to glue up along this edge. Like that. All right, so the last thing you do is, like I said, this is a triple pocket. So you've got a pocket here and you've got a pocket here. The last thing we're going to do, now that we've got everything trimmed off, is we are going to cut our pocket open. You don't have to take a lot off of here. You just need to take a sliver, enough to open the envelope. So you don't have to make your pocket a lot shorter. And there we go. Okay, so that's what we're making. We got that one. I want to see if, wait, here. I want to see, this is a smaller envelope, so I want to see if this will fit on here. Yes, no. It just misses a nip in the corner. I can't even begin to tell you. That's just a little bit annoying. I'm debating on whether or not to do it anyway. So basically this would be my, maybe I could get it in the decorating. I just think these would be really cute together on one of these pockets. So we're going to give it a shot, see what happens. Okay. And then we're going to put this on here like this. And we want it to be, so basically what I'm doing is I'm making sure I hit the corner of the triangle on that side. And then whatever is peeking out on this corner, I will take care of when I decorate it. If that makes any sense. So, oh, it's going to be the whole bottom edge I have to take care of. Okay, I'm going to fold this at, I did establish a fold for this, right? Is this not folded? Yeah, it is. It's folded. Okay, so I'm going to fold that there, and I'm going to cut this off. Okay, and then that's going to go inside. All right, now let's fold this over. Should go all the way to my fold, like that. And then we have a pocket. Now I have a lot to take care of down there. I wasn't paying attention. I will say this. Because these junk mail, like the return envelopes in your bills and stuff, aren't necessarily like the sturdiest of envelopes. This is a lightweight card, heavyweight paper, that kind of somewhere in that realm of thickness. I need a new rag, guys. I retired one yesterday. I want to try and get all this off of here because I'm going to end up having to decorate that, and I don't know what I'm going to decorate it with yet. Okay, so that gives us our little side pocket. Now I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to cover that window. So that basically, or effectively, gets rid of this window. Now, you do have to be careful. Some of these acetate windows, this stuff, Fabri-Tac, eats right through it. The real cheap ones, I've had it happen. It will put holes in that acetate. So just to be safe, I don't even bother putting glue on them anymore. I don't bother. Nope, I want the white. Okay, so we're going to put that down on there. Now you can hear footfalls. I went upstairs. It was my husband making my dog bark. And he said it made my videos more authentic if you guys could, hear my homie, my dog and everything in the background. I was like, All right. Since I have to cut this anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Okay, and that gets that off of there. And then we can trim up these sides Anyway, so he thought he was being funny with his whole authenticity spiel. I told him, you guys have heard my dog, and I've told you stories, and everybody, you know, gets to hear about. All right, like I said, I'm going to have to decorate down here, but we'll close this piece up. Okay, just like that. Got to give it a second to grab. Everything is thick and heavy now because of all of the layers. These are definitely a very layered pocket. There's definitely a lot of layers to these. Okay, so there's that one. I think this is neat with the, so you've got like the stylistic florals and then you've got this kind of geometric. I like it. Okay, so I got two. And I can't tell you how long it's taken me to make two because I interrupted myself and went upstairs and left my recording going, so. Ooh, you know what I do need though? I need to put a cap on this because it's gonna, if this whole thing dries out, I'm gonna be in trouble. I need to get some like wire or something that I can clean that out with. Okay, I know I had some more folded, so let's get these. I think we'll get these two covered and then we'll try and decorate one or two, and I'll show you what I was gonna do with that that triangular pocket bit. Okay. Let's do, well, these will go pretty good together. Yeah, maybe? What do you think? I think I'm going to put it, I think what I want is like in the middle. So the way we're going to glue this down is, we're going to, I'm going to put it all over here and then we're just going to glue that middle part down that we wanted. Let's see, what have I been, I'm trying to think of some exciting things to tell you guys. There hasn't been really anything exciting going on. Oh, I do have a kit almost ready. I'm hoping to get it done in the next day or two because it's a winter kit. So, and since winter is fast leaving us, we will be into spring soon. And I really wanted to do like a Valentine style kit, but I don't know if I'm going to get one out this year. I had some stuff picked out to do it with, but I just haven't been able to do it. So, because I've been working on this winter one, I really like the way it's turning out. So I'm looking forward to getting it all printed and bring it down here and show it to you. I'm finally getting some kits up. I'm excited. I'm hoping to get more up. I mean, I did just open my shop last July, so it hasn't even been open. It was open for like 5 months when the end of the year hit. So I'm hoping to get on a semi-schedule and start putting out, all the kits don't have to be seasonal, but every time a season comes around, I feel like I should be putting out a kit. And it makes it, you know what we're going to do? We're going to try something. You guys are like, great. We like it when we experiment. Not really. Please don't. Okay, first of all, we're going to cut the pocket. I'm going to cut my pocket open at the top. Did I cut enough of it? Yeah, I did. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is we're going to Put this on here kind of in the center, like this. I might glue it just to get it. Okay, we're gonna do this one kind of differently. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue down to our triangle. We are still gonna wrap around the edge. One of the reasons Tina was doing the wrapping around the edge thing was the same reason I like to do it, is it gives you a nice, neat, finished edge up there on the top of your pocket. Now, if that doesn't bother you, having a cut and then the edge of your envelope and all that, if that doesn't bother you, then you can skip the wraparound step. All right, I'm going to line this up along this edge, and I'm going to put this down on this triangle like this. Okay. Where is my, here we go. Now, my thought being that that's not folded straight. That's my thought. Okay, and then what I'm thinking I'm going to do is cut off along here first. So I just want it the width of my, I just want it the width of my envelope. Okay. Now the next step is going to be, let's fold this pocket down, and we're going to fold this over at the top, and we're going to cover this inside part. Okay. So I get that nice edge on my pocket. I know you guys are like, why are you overcomplicating this? Because I want to try something with the bottom. Is basically why I'm doing this. And I could have just cut this piece that I normally put in here long and done the same thing, but we're going to do it this way. All right, and then I'm going to take this. I hope you're following along in case this interests you. I cut this off. We don't need this. Okay. Also, this is also too high, so we're going to cut this off too. Okay. All right. And then we have this piece that folds over the back. Now, my thought was if I put this piece on, it does one of two things. See how my triangle doesn't come all the way to the bottom down there? There's a little bit of a line of white. So if I just go right to the edge of this triangle, you've got a little bit of the envelope peeking out down here at the bottom. This is going to cover that little bit of white and give me a wraparound pocket so that I don't have a glue line in here cutting off my triangle. Does that make sense? Kind of like a gusset, except on the outside. Okay. So I'm going to fold this, and we're going to glue this to the back of the pocket. Okay, and that goes right on there like that. Okay, now there is a little thing there. So if you decide to glue this down as a top loading pocket, you might want to fix this because things are going to catch on there. But now this pocket wraps around to the back, right? And I get the whole pocket all the way down to the bottom, and I covered up that strip of white. All right. So now we're going to glue this along here. The one thing that we don't do, that if it bothers you, you could do, is cover this piece. So before you fold this pocket down, you could put a little strip of something there to cover that bit. All right, and there's our pocket. So we got a pocket here, we got our pocket here, and we've got our pocket up here. All right, let's try doing one. We're going to use this wraparound concept, but we're also going to use it on this side, and we're going to cover this white lip. So let's see what we can use for our paper on our last envelope. I got bows falling out of the sky. Okay. What do I got? What do I got? I like this paper. I don't know what I will match with it. Ooh. Should I match that with it? I don't know. I can't decide. It's like it goes, but it doesn't go. I'm not totally sold. What about this? Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Like that. Okay. So, basically what we're going to do here is the same thing we've been doing. We're going to cover this part of the pocket. So I've been watching, I told you guys I've been watching Lewis and Vera. Anybody who follows BritBox Mysteries. I've been watching Lewis and I've been watching Vera. I forgot from my first run through how much I love Sergeant Hathaway, Lewis's little sergeant. I love his, like, he's most of the time very, I don't know, aloof, very, he's not like flamboyant, loud, outspoken. And his wit, when he says something funny just to, you know, mess with Lewis, is very dry, almost. It's just so, I forgot how much I enjoyed those two. He's just, and I've never seen him in anything else. So yeah, the actor that plays the sergeant. But yeah, just I just think he's funny, very subtly funny. Uh-oh, I might have cut my envelope there. Anyway, for you people on the other side of the pond who may follow your own actors and actresses and might know who he is, I think his name is Lawrence Fox. So that's what I'm talking about. He plays Sergeant Hathaway, and he does a good job. I was also commenting to my husband the other day, like, when he stands next to people, he seems like he's tall, but he's not, like, overly tall, if that makes sense. But when he's sitting on a bench or in a chair, it's like he has inordinately long limbs. I was chuckling about it when I was watching the other day, because I was watching him sit at a picnic table, and I was like, you don't fit. You just don't. Okay, so we're going to do same again with this. I want it to be longer than, I'm just going to glue it down like that. Oh, you know what? That's a straight line. Maybe I can cut it. Look out, guys. I'm going to try and cut. I have a semi-straight line to follow, so I'm hoping. Yep, no. Still not straight, but good enough because it'll be hidden in here. Yep, that's what I want to be long. So I'm going to glue this one here. And then we're going to try and do the inside of the pocket this time. So anyway, he does a good job in this, and I haven't seen him in anything else. And then it surprised me because Kevin Wheatley, I think his name is, or Watley, is the guy who plays Lewis. He showed up in an episode of something I was watching a while back. I don't remember what it was, and I don't know what else he does. If it's not murder mysteries, though, I'm not watching it. So if they're doing other stuff, I'm not. I'm not seeing it. That's just because that's, my personal preference. But, okay, let's trim this. Okay, and then I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're going to trim this. It's just a hair over. And we're going to trim this because we don't need it. And I've been watching Vera, and I always like their little if they don't pair well with their little sergeants, it doesn't work. So I was worried because in the beginning, Vera, in like the first 4 seasons, she has the same guy, right? Well, his name's Joe Ashworth. And he left, and I was so worried that I wasn't going to like the new guy. But he grew on me, so... All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing we're doing with this, And we're going to fold it around, and I'm just going to have... I actually don't need for it to cover everything. I just need for it to cover this part. Oh, fold it down a little further. Oops. Okay. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it on the inside of this pocket. And we're going to see what happens if we cover. And then we're going to stop and decorate one, I hope. And then I'm going to let you go. So I'm basically going to cover this. And honestly, I'm just going to tear this out of here. I don't need it, and I'm not going to add any more extra. So we're just going to tear it out if I can. Okay. And then I'm going to see how badly I can overcomplicate this whole project. If you're going to do all of this covering that I'm doing, it's definitely going to be time consuming. Okay, so we're going to take that off, and I don't need a whole ton. And we're going to, okay, so we're going to do gussets for both of these. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it around the back. And this is going to close this pocket. Okay? So I'm going to put glue on here and we're going to wrap it around. And all I'm doing to do this is I'm extending the piece of paper that I'm using to cover the surface. I'm just making the piece of paper longer than it needs to be so that I've got enough to wrap around to the back of the envelope. And then that's what I glue instead of gluing my pocket shut on the front. Okay, so now my pocket goes all the way out to the edge. All right. And then when I glue this one down, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this piece that I made too long for my triangle, and I'm going to fold it around the back. Okay. And it's the same idea. This is what's going to close my pocket. And this part back here doesn't get seen because the idea would be to glue this into a book. So none of this back here will get seen, so it doesn't matter what it looks like or, anything like that. And now we've covered this edge, this white edge that we've had on all the other envelopes, this edge here, we covered with paper, and we used it to gusset the pocket so that we have a lot of extra space. And then we did the same thing with the bottom. So this edge that you get, this white edge that you get on the bottom of these, we've extended this and folded it around to close that off. And now you get this whole pocket. Okay, so these are our pockets. Get all this stuff out of my way. I didn't end up using the wallpaper. I really want to do one of these with wallpaper, but I feel like we've been going at this for a while, and I still need to decorate one. I would like to decorate one. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you was, let's maybe do this one. I don't know that it would be a good idea to put anything on here unless it's a piece of paper. So, but I wanted to show you what my thought for these is. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of paper and I'm going to fold it to meet the dimensions of that pocket, I hope. Okay, we're going to cut this. And of course you can ink it or whatever you want to do. And then basically what you're going to do is you're going to slide this in here like this. So you've got a little piece of fold up journaling paper inside your pocket. Okay, this is a page from an old book. Fly paper from an old book, which is why it's all speckled like that. That was not me. And then I'm going to get a tab. And for this project, I don't mind using, like I have paper tabs that I don't like to use in some applications, but I don't mind using them here. So I'm actually going to try and find a paper tab that I like with it so that I save my card tabs for the applications that I like to use card tabs for. Okay, this is what I want to use. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to glue this on our piece of paper so it's easier to get in and out of that pocket. All right. Glue that down like that. And then you've got a little piece of note paper for the inside of your pocket. Cute, right? I like that. Now I am not so upset about triangular pockets. I didn't used to like them because I would try to stick things in them. And the things I would try to stick in them, it would just be like it wouldn't work because, well, because the pocket was if you try to stick something rectangular in there, it's only going to go as far as this slant. Yeah, so it bugged me. I'm trying to use the scrappy pieces of lace I have up here on my table because I can't decide if that's too big. I feel like it might be. It's kind of fun though, isn't it? We're going to do it. Too big or not. Ready? Actually, I'm not sure about this. Okay, we're going to go... Oh, look. My glue's done that. Pop goes the weasel thing again. Somebody is upstairs and I can hear them. I don't know. Their footfalls may be soft enough that you won't be able to hear them when I edit, but I can hear them and they're just kind of walking around up there. And they're wearing shoes, which is funny to me because once I get to a certain point in the night, I'm like ready to kick my shoes off, and I'm done with the whole... I'm gluing these ends down in the hopes that they won't come, like they won't fray. Okay. And then we're going to put this across here. Like this. That's fun. I like it. Okay. Now I might need a button, guys. This one's gray. I think the reason I haven't used this button yet is because every time I stick it on something, I look at it and go, that is so boring. I also think it's too big for the spot. I like that on there. We'll put that down. Okay. This is fun. I like it. All right. Let's get this out of the way. See if there's any little doodads we want to add onto here, and then we will call it finished. Come on. Okay, put this on here. Thinking it might need a piece of something under it. Oh, here we go. Just don't need as much. Doesn't need to be the whole thing. Here's my scissors. I'll cut this off right here. All right, guys. So these were triple envelope pockets. Now I have to go upstairs and edit this video so you guys can see it tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, I'm right up on myself again. And when I say right up, I mean I'm staying up late to get these out when they're supposed to go out because I'm like too far. Alright guys, so there we go. And we made our little journaling piece to go in there. And we got a pocket. And this is a pocket that I glued shut. This is a pocket up here. You got a pocket here. And then you've got this little pocket over here with a little piece of journaling paper in it. And then if you glue it down, you glue it down as a tuck or whatever. And there you have it. These are adorable. I like them. Okay, we made these 4. And this was my test. As you can see, I made a little journaling piece for that. And this was my test one. And these are fun, guys. Give them a try. Get out your long envelopes and have at it. I'm going to set these up here for our next envelope project because I'm sure we'll have one. And I'll forget they're there and pull some out of my drawer. And, you know, it'll be fun. Okay, so here we go, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 83. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe it. After tomorrow, we'll only have 17 days left. I am excited. Oh, we are coming up on another 2-parter, though. So I don't know how she numbered that. So I'll have to look, but we are coming up on another 2-parter. So bearing that in mind, I think we have about 13 or 14 days left. We'll see. All right. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.